Well, this isn't exactly how I planned on celebrating becoming television champion again, but this is the consequence of having no electricity. So, it's Thursday, you know what that means. Welcome to Max Wrestling on location. I am your captain, of course, going solo, and war has come and gone, almost like my interest in WWE. We were going to talk about the fallout from Survivor Series between Moses and I this week, but obviously plans have had to change. So what I'm going to do this week is bring you a recap of a pretty more successful series last week, that being Promo Series. I'm going to give you another chance to look at the matches now that we have the results. And I'm also, breaking news, going to announce this year's 2025 Maxies Awards nominees. So, to make Max Wrestling your new home for all things wrestling, all you have to do is smash that like button and subscribe. For those who prefer the old-fashioned podcast, follow us on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. And for all things Max Wrestling, head over to the beautifully done website, if I do say so myself, maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com. And make sure you check out the official Max Wrestling post-show After Max. The QR code is on the screen right now. Hosted by the one and only Flex Murdoch, a.k.a. Corey Coulter, a.k.a. Cypher. You never know who's going to show up or what's going to go down, because the end of this show is never the end. Even I showed up last week. And speaking of the website, if you go to it right now, you will notice that a lot of changes have been made in preparation for the reboot in 2026. You can see the new logo on there, new layouts. A lot of the pages have been updated. That's just to get us ready for the new immersive era of Max Wrestling. So we've already made those changes on the website. You can check them out right now. Once again, maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com. So, nominees for the Maxies Awards. The Maxies Awards is one of my favorite times of the year because it's the most interactive time of the year for Max Wrestling. It's the time where you all vote for the best and worst in wrestling in 2025, because let's face it, not only do we not always have the Slammies Awards, but when we do, they're often bullshit. So these votes come directly from you. You decide, and hopefully it's a lot more inclusive than the Slammies, because of course we include not just Raw and SmackDown, we include NXT, we include AEW, we include TNA. So let me get you their nominees right now. Starting off with the breakout of the year. Your nominees are Javon Evans, Kyle Fletcher, Maxine Dupree, Stephanie Vacker, and Tatum Paxley. Your nominees for Tag Team of the Year are Brodito, The Hurt Syndicate, Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez, The Hardy Boys, and the Young Bucks. Your nominees for the Weekly Wrestling Show of the Year are Dynamite, Impact, NXT, Raw, and SmackDown. Which brings us to the pay-per-view of the year, and your nominations are AEW All in Texas, AEW Revolution, WWE SummerSlam, AEW Full Gear, and WWE WrestleMania, if you can forgive the finale. Always a divisive one, your nominations for Angle of the Year, aka Storyline of the Year. They are CM Punk versus John Cena, John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, Hangman Adam Page regains the World Championship, the NXT TNA Invasion, and CM Punk versus Seth freaking Rollins. One of my favorites, and good fucking luck voting for this one. Nominations for the McMahon Award for Wanker of the Year. And your nominations are Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Mercedes Moné, the Saudi Prince, Vincent Russo, and Travis Scott. Good luck voting. Time now for your champions of the year, and your nominations are Cody Rhodes as WWE Champion, Dominic Mysterio as the Intercontinental Champion, Hangman Adam Page as the AEW World Champion, Tiffany Stratton as the WWE Women's Champion, and Trick Williams as the TNA World Champion. Another one that might be a little tricky, it is Match of the Year, and your nominations are John Cena versus Cody Rhodes 2 at SummerSlam, John Cena versus CM Punk, Kenny Omega versus Takeshita at Revolution, CM Punk versus Gunther at SummerSlam, and Toni Storm versus Mariah May at Revolution. And the final two main awards, Female Wrestler of the Year. First, your nominations are Blake Monroe, formerly known as Mariah May, Mercedes Moné, because we have to, Mommy Rhea Ripley, because we have to, Tiffany Stratton, and Toni Storm, Timeless Toni Storm. And your nominations for Male Wrestler of the Year are as follows: John Cena, Cody Rhodes, Hangman Adam Page, CM Punk, and Konosuke Takeshita. Good luck with that one. Keep an eye out for details on when you can vote over this weekend when the voting opens. As always, it will be on the website Max Wrestling Maxies.
Last year, I made a deal with the devil and lost it all. This year, I'm praying to the gods.
This is how it feels when worlds end.
Max Wrestling presents Promogeddon, Friday, December 26th on YouTube and all streaming platforms. Go to maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com for more information.
So thank you for joining us for Promo Series last week. Our next Max event is in 3 weeks as Boxing Day becomes Wrestling Day. Join us on Friday, December 26th for the first ever Promogeddon. We are nursing our Christmas bellies with predictions for AEW's World's End. And while DC and Moses are nursing the loss of their tag team championships last week, two teams will fight it out for the next shot at Steve and Mike. Those two teams are the brothers of Max Destruction's Blade Rodriguez and Cypher. And representing the CWO are A.T. Rustler and the brand new, inaugural Max Wrestling International Champion, Robert Davis. The World Championship is also on the line as Beer earned his shot in the Triple Threat match last week and will challenge the Demoness in an end of days match. Don't ask me what that means. And the official theme song for Promogeddon is World's End by Captain's Revenge, taken from the latest album of the same name. It is available now on Spotify and all music streaming platforms. And yes, there were very, very many Captain's Revenge streams on Spotify Wrapped this week. So like I said, I'm going to give you another chance to see two of last week's matches, those being the Promo Climax Finals and the Promo Climax Playoff, where we now know that I defeated Rodney Slabovich to become your new television champion, and Robert Davis defeated Beer to become the first ever Max International Champion. So, knowing the results, why don't you take another look at those two matches from last week of Promo Series. Rodney Slabovich. you standing across from me in the finals of this tournament might be the funniest joke you've ever told with that ridiculous hyena wine tasting laugh of yours. And trust me, I've heard it echo through enough empty rooms to last a lifetime. But what isn't funny is what this match means. See, this is my chance to rewrite the worst time of my life. 12 months ago, I lost everything I built, everything I loved, everything I was. It all slipped through my fingers. Marriage, gone. Home, gone. The television championship, the only thing that grounded me when my world collapsed, gone. Now, once I was in a better headspace and a new chapter in my life began, I tried to reclaim it earlier this year, but Cypher kept ducking me like I was some rookie looking for a handout. So, I took matters into my own hands. I won the dual championship from his boy, Chris, and I built this tournament from scratch. 11 other competitors standing between me and the chance to finally take back what I lost. But you see, I didn't stack the deck in my favor, I stacked it against myself. I gave myself and everybody else an 8.3 chance of winning the whole tournament, to prove that I deserve it. Because that's what a real champion does. That's what a leader does. That's what a veteran does. Which brings me to you, Rodney. To quote the late Butcher, you shouldn't be here. You came into Max Wrestling almost 2 years ago as an advocate for charisma. And where's charisma now? Because now, in the finals of my tournament, you don't get to be a cartoon. You don't get to be a parody. You don't get to laugh your way out of this. Because deep down, under the suits and the master's degree and the maniacal chuckle, you know exactly what Rodney Slabovich is. A glorified manager who stumbled into the deep end, far from the leagues of A.T. Rustler or the Kingpin. And unfortunately for you, Rodney, I am the shark who never forgot the taste of blood. And I will walk out of this match the three-time television champion, not because destiny demands it, but because I do. I'm not just fighting for a belt. I'm fighting to erase last November out of my life. To rebuild everything that broke. To take back the only thing that kept me breathing when everything else drowned me. Rodney, you can laugh. Laugh until your ribs hurt. Laugh until you can't breathe. But you won't be laughing when you look into my eyes and see a man with nothing left to lose, and everything left to reclaim. The television championship is coming home, back where it belongs, back around my waist. And after I beat you, Rodney Slabovich, aha! The only thing you'll be managing is the sound of that laugh dying in your throat. I am the past, I am the present, I am the end of this tournament, and I will be the undisputed television champion.
Goddamn. Baby, how does something like this happen? Jesus Christ, baby. Let me get my hat on. Hello. Hi. Yes. Jesus, my my fucking hair. My name is Professor Rodney Slabovich, because educationally speaking, that's exactly what I'll do. And yeah, that's a good greeting there, baby. Yeah, listen here. So I apologize for appearing like this. It's just that Rodney thought that school was out for the summer. But I just got a very scary and unfortunate call, baby. They said that when I left the university, that I forgot that there was one child left in detention. I mean, one child left. Who could it possibly be? So I said, well, baby, is it Rodney's fault that somebody got locked inside? And they said yes. And I said, well, then who the fuck is it? And they said that I locked in the class clown. I'm like, oh, the class clown? Well, maybe I should go back and let him out of the classroom as a nice gesture. You see what I did there, baby? Yes. So, even though I thought that school was out for the summer, imagine my surprise that here I am again to present to you as Professor Rodney Slabovich, because a captain was left inside the classroom. And here's the thing about the captain. He's a smart guy, but he had to serve some time, baby, because, he was in the back of the class, and he was making some jokes, and he was causing a big ruckus for Professor Rodney Slabovich. Yeah. Making it hard for me to get some teaching done, to teach a lesson to all the motherfuckers in detention. Yeah. So, but he, Rodney struggled with the captain being there. Yeah, baby. His presence was difficult. But you know what? You guys like him. Yeah, you like him so much that you kept voting for him to go further and further and further in the promo climax. Yeah. And so now he gets to compete for some championship that has something to do with television, baby. Oh, yeah, it has to be fantastic. It's probably amazing. But the other thing is that he has to compete against me, Professor Rodney Slabovich. And I'm here to tell you that the captain, Daddy Lee, he's amazing, baby. He's good looking. He has a great accent. I like a lot of things about him. But there's one thing that he's not. And that is Professor Rodney Slabovich. I mean, let's be honest, baby. When it comes to being entertaining, that's what Rodney does. I mean, can you think of anybody that deserves it? Oh, hang on, let me fix my... Sorry, I wasn't prepared for this, to make a speech. But I want to thank Jesus, and I want to thank not all 7 dwarves, just dwarves 1, 3, and 4. Nobody else. When it comes to being entertaining, who's more entertaining than Rodney Slabovich? I would say nobody. And I got nothing against Dazzy Lee. But the real question is, who do you want to continue to see every week, baby? Who do you want to put in charge of putting a smile on your face, baby? Who do you know can tickle your brain the way that Rodney Slabovich does? I mean, after all, I am a professor. And so I think you got to put me in charge of your entertainment. And let's be honest, who's defeated me so far? I don't know. And I don't know if I won. And I don't know how I won. But somehow, here I am, going against one of the greatest promo cutters of all time. Yeah. And you know what? They believe that old Rodney doesn't stand a chance against the captain. And I believe that I don't stand a chance against the captain. And I'm okay with that. But I want you to get out there and prove them wrong. And prove me wrong. And show them that you care about entertainment. Yeah. And the captain, he can go back to his ship. And he can go to his first mate, which is Moses Marquez. Yeah, they're mates, yes. The captain and Moses are in a relationship. Yes, I wish them well. I hope that they're doing great together and having fun, standing around, jacking each other off and shit like that. Rodney doesn't have time for such things. What I have time for is to show up on a weekly basis. Yes, that's right. And be a fighting champion. And I will face anybody who comes. Not the way that the captain and and Moses Marquez come for each other. I just mean anybody who shows up to do a promo. Yeah, I'll face anybody, and I'll make it entertaining week after week, just like I've done in this promo climax, baby. So this isn't really me versus Dazzy Lee, because let's be honest, I'm not as good as Dazzy Lee, baby. But you know what? I can fucking entertain, baby. So I say that you people out there, vote Professor Rodney Slobovich to be president of Max Wrestling, baby. Yeah, I'm going to be the president of Max Wrestling. That's what this is about, right? And I'll be on TV every week. Make it happen, people. And listen, Captain, I'm on my way to open the door. But motherfucker, next time I say that school's out for the summer, get your ass out the classroom. All right, thank you, bitches. I'll see you soon. I'm gonna be president. Yes, baby. Oh, yeah.
Here we are again, eh? Another semi-final. One giant step to the final, 2 steps away from yet again becoming a champion. Now, during my time I've been back on this incredible pod that we've got, I think I've held about 60% or 70% of my time as a champion. Let's go back to my amazing resume. I won the tag titles with Mr. Marquez. I had to beat my own best friend in where I am in the same room right now where I made him tap. I beat Corey to become Beardissenshire, the greatest double champion in history. My records are endless. My status in this business, in this sport, and in this podcast is legendary. I dare anyone to tell me different. And that brings me to Mr. Rob Davis. See, Rob, I like you, bud. I really do. I enjoy the TSK reviews every time I watch you and Harold and DC, Mo, and occasionally Mike. But this is nothing personal. Nothing. It's just business. When championship gold is around, I will do whatever it takes. Now, you probably look at me and think, this is a walk in the park, piece of piss. Walk through this fool, and you think that you're going to walk through me, but you got another thing coming. You are going to have to put me down until I can't breathe. If people think they're going to waltz all over me and think that they're going to take every possibility of taking another title. I've done, in my stint of my return, that most people have done for their entirety of their time on Max. And I know in my triple threat match I have with Corey and Mo, I will become world champion again. And I'm going to shove it in everybody's faces, which is what I tend to like doing, and I like winning. So, to quote Charlotte Flair, all I do is winning. And that's all I tend to do. Now, for the TSK to think that they are more dominant than the Dragon Club is seemingly somewhat laughable. Very debatable. When myself, Daz, and Craig reunited the Dragon Club, we wanted to make a statement to knowing that we are the most dominant free bastards in this fucking space. Have you seen the Carolina Creepers running around? I haven't. Did the TSK want to take down the Carolina Creepers? No, they didn't. Because the Dragon Club did it. Because we made them our bitch. So, Rob, I don't know much about you, dude. I really don't, but I do respect your thoughts and your opinions on wrestling. You probably have more knowledge about wrestling more than I do. You probably know more in a day than I know in a decade. And I respect that. But gold matters. And that's all I don't care who I have to go through, even if I have to break every door in this house I'm in right now to get championships. Brother, you'll know I'll fucking do it. May the better man win. And that's me.
Oh, hey, John. Let me talk to you real quick. You see, I've been watching you for a very long time now. You've got a couple title wins. You've done a lot for the brand. You've established yourself like you've got a presence here, like you've got aura. Here's the truth that everyone is too polite to say out loud. You have the aura of a gray wall. Gray walls are not very interesting, and neither are you. You're a charisma vacuum so strong that NASA wants to study you. Every time you open your mouth, the room doesn't go silent from intimidation. It goes silent because everybody's waiting for you to say something interesting. Nothing that comes out of your pie hole is ever interesting or good. That's probably why Blade falls asleep during his promos, because he's waiting for you to say something remotely good. And what I don't understand is how you were a multi-time champion. I really don't. But then, I'm looking at the stats and I'm crunching the numbers and I'm working the formulas, and then it hit me. You only held those titles because I wasn't here. Simple as that. I had to go away in order for you to be relevant. See, while you were out here pretending to be the man, I was gone and the whole division flatlined. No pulse, no spark, no life. The moment I came back, though, the heartbeat returned. Hear it? You hear it? Now that I'm stepping into something I haven't touched in a very, very long time, a title opportunity. I was going to go down as the greatest to never win a title. And I have an opportunity to change that. You really think I'm about to let you, of all people, take this from me? Mm-mm. You see, here's what's going to happen, Jonathan. I'm coming in here with fire in my lungs, with purpose in my veins, and the weight of every night that I wasn't here driving me forward. And when it's over, when the smoke clears, when the dust settles, and you're wondering what went wrong, you'll finally understand what it's like to face somebody with presence, with aura, with purpose. Do you catch what I'm trying to tell you, John? I will become the first Max Wrestling International Champion. Not might, not maybe, will. And Jonathan Beer, Jonathan Beverage, there is absolutely nothing you can do to stop me.
Thank you for joining us. Well, me. We appreciate you all. That's it for this week, but do not miss the build-up to Promogeddon over the next couple of weeks. And as I said, voting for the Maxies Awards opens this weekend, so keep an eye on the socials to know when you can help us decide the best and the worst of Max Wrestling. Well, not Max Wrestling, the best and worst of wrestling in 2025. So here's the socials again. You can find us on the Evil X Machine at Max Wrestling UK, at the Captain 512, and at SMRPodNet. Check out the website maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com, and don't forget to hit the sub or follow button on Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, all the socials. Thank you once again. Hopefully it's a full show next week. Goodbye, mwah, and good night. Bye.